let's try to introduce our keynote speakers. So Martin from the Hong Kong Science Park platform team, he will talk about the open API economy. And Martin, hello, can you hear me well?
Hey,
It's okay?
hello, Patrick. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, I can hear your voice. Can you try to share your screen? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, sure.
All good. So I pass the time to you to let you introduce the open API ecosystem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. Morning, everyone, and thank you, Patrick, and API Days for the invitation for this keynote speech. So, before I'm going into the open API ecosystem and explain why it is so important, I would like to talk about something very similar in our daily life first. In order to get a better concept of the open API. So, due to the globalization, every day in our daily life, we can get everything we need. So we can grab any food, any clothing that we need in the daily life. Even if it's not produced in our country of origin, so like we can easily grab a Fuji apple from Japan, or we can get some milk from the New Zealand, or even grab a car from the Europe. So it even is not produced locally, but we can still get it at a very competitive price. And why is this reason? So it is because we have developed this in our world. So that is what we call the global supply chain. So every day we have tens of thousands of ship, airplane that's shipping all the goods over the world. Even it is a raw material, some processed good or some finished good. So amazingly, all these goods are very easily to track, and when we can arrive to the origin, it is we can already make it very accurate in very on time. And so because we have a well-connected system, and so everything is already very well developed, and it can deliver on a right moment. So back to the economic perspective. So actually, the country can produce their product internally. So if there is some excess production, so they can easily ship to other country, so they can make more profit. So for some other country, that is they produce more specific products, so we can import them, but not just all the things we produce ourselves. So in the economic perspective, this is more we can leverage our competitive edge and make all the products and make the economy more healthy, because we can get some cheap and high quality and maximize the cost effective by leveraging the global supply chain. So everyone, even is the customer or the seller, they can all benefit. So back to the digital world. So maybe if we have a global supply chain, so what is equivalent to a global supply chain in our digital world? So because everyone's talking about the digital economy now, so my answer is this is the open API. API is not just simply for software communication, but it is a way that we can trade the software and trade our software products, application, or data. So supported by the latest technology and digital infrastructure, like we have the high-speed internet, we have the big data, we have a powerful computing and storage. So right now is the most best time for the open API to realize its real power, because open API is talking about we open up some function, that key function that we already built inside our internal system, and then open up to all other people. Either it is like a free of charge, or even we can make it like a subscription. And so it's not just limited within a very small scope, but you can expand your business to the world. So how the open API will benefit to your business? So it is just a very trivial example here. So the left-hand side is a private API. So if you just build the API for like internal use, or you have to connect to some other system one by one, so your audience will be very limited. But by the open API, if you develop this open API infrastructure and then you can provide the service to all over the world. And then so your audience will quickly expand, and your market will be much bigger than now. So the other thing is, I think every company will have their competitive advantage. So some of them, maybe they are building some AI system. Some of them are building the banking service. In order to provide a total solution to our customer, sometimes we are capable to do all the technology things, but sometimes it is better that you acquire some other third-party service or data from other service provider. It's due to not you're not capable to do it, but it is just utilize your competitive advantage. So that is because you still have you can save the resource and time to focus on your own business. So like the missing puzzle here. So actually, if we want to build fast, we can, in order to make every puzzle by ourselves, we can just acquire from other companies. So through the open API. So back to the open API ecosystem. If you have everyone, I think we have an IT system at the back end. So it connects to some data and some application. So data means for example, you got some very transaction or some stock market data that is in the backend system. And so application mean maybe you have some like the robo advisor or some facial recognition NLP technology. So these all are not you can use it internally, but if you want to expand your market, you can make it as an open API. So allow the third-party developers to use your function to make some what we call a third-party application, and then the market will be greatly expand, because when you enable multiple third-party application, and then you can even reach more and more end user, by leveraging your backend open API. So these are the overview of the open API system. So we got many stakeholders. So of course, we have the open API provider, we have the developers here, and also some third-party service provider that make use of the open API. And of course, we need the industry to support. So different industry may have different specific API, like banking industry, maybe construction, and also other industry. So and also one important one is from the government, so they can speed up this kind of open API initiative by talking to many industry or setting some regulation as well. So in the open API ecosystem, I think the most important thing is the community. So we have to connect all people together from the buy side and the sell side. So, and the second thing, we have to make it standardized, so they can be connected easily. So actually, we have the open API standard right now, open API free, and also we have the Swagger. All this standardization help the open API ecosystem. And finally, it must come with a business model. So open API, we have to make it not just only for free, right? So we have to make it like a project-based, subscription-based, make it as easy and as possible. So overall, the benefit for the open API ecosystem, we can make it your function or your data application extend your customer wedge, and in order to make the revenue growth. And also last but not the least, so with all the different data and a function that open up to the ecosystem, so we can simulate much more the innovation here. So here's a quick overview of the open API ecosystem. So that's all of my keynote speech. And so let's connect by the open API. Thank you.
Hello. Thanks again, Martin. So yeah, thanks for your sharing about your thoughts on the Open API. So let's take the chance to have some quick discussion so that how maybe Hong Kong Science Park and your perspective is thinking on the Open API ecosystem. So we are quite lucky that to work with Science Park quite a lot on some initiative before. So I know that from your perspective, you are relative neutral to the ecosystem. So you with a lot of partner, different industry, etc. So can you share maybe a few key challenges or lesson learned when you collaborate with different industry pair, and what is your quick tips or advice if someone want to collaborate more on the ecosystem?
Yeah, I think one of the key challenges are, I think some of the industry are already very well equipped in the open API architecture and system, because all the software or all the backend already make it open API first design. So, but I'm may not be all like the startup, they are ready for this. So one of the key challenge would be the initial resource to set up this open API might be difficult for them. So I think because there's quite a different that for the private API and the open API in terms of the security and scalability, because you're not just facing one internal system or one customer. You are open up your system to all the people that are interested to use your open API. So we have to maybe have to take very quite concern on the scalability and the security issue. That I think nowadays we have already many standard, and also we have many reference architecture on this open API initiative. And also I think we have a community here like Open API Days. I believe today we have a lot of the talk sharing about how we can make the Open API better, make it more scalable. So I think this challenge will be able to resolve in very soon. Yeah.
Okay, so besides the technical challenge that you mentioned, for example, the data security, etc., we do heard from our community that they said, okay, they already have the technical team. They have already got some product, but they are missing some maybe partners, networks, whatever. So can you also mention some difficulties? So if some of those TSP or third-party company, how can they better collaborate with some of the industry partner maybe you are working with besides the technical perspective? So how can they better prepare, or what kind of mindset you think they need to equip?
Yeah, I think you're right that so there's always some gap between the user and the provider. So because usually it cannot be immediately from our initial stage back to the production stage. So I think one of the key things that Hong Kong STP can help is we encourage we can make some, in order to make it more smooth, the POC should be should be done before the whole production use. So I think one key thing is if the open API, we can offer some like the tasting function. So before we full scale to use, and then they can match up or have a try easily before they are willing really do the full integration. It will be one key step that make it success. And also for the ecosystem to make it better, so we should have a platform that connect all the buyer and the seller on the open API. So make sure they can easily source those open API that would be benefit to your business. So I think these two key things would help to solve the challenge that you mentioned before here.
Okay, so I also understand that Hong Kong Science Park platform is also working with different industry. So we see a lot of hot trends or topic in open banking in the past 2 to 3 years, and then we also heard about the open insurance this years. So I know that you're also working with retail, pop tech, etc. Can you share a bit what is your observation across different industry? Maybe which one of them is more mature, or what maybe the payer can better prepare, even though they are not ready yet with the governance or regulations.
Yeah, I think it's the most prepared industry. I can say is the BFI industry. So that is the banking, finance, and insurance industry, as you mentioned before. So I think because we have the open banking API initiative, and also so we already got lots of example here that are already using this open API concept. So because for example, the payment service already well connected to the e-commerce system. So from the customer perspective, so you are not even know they are connected, because it's too well connected and it's already transparent to all the users. And also, for example, the stock market data, they are open up for for some insurtech or the robo advisor. I think in the BFI industry is already very well adopted this open API ecosystem. And for other industry, I think we are also trying to have some open API similar things to boost up the innovation in Hong Kong as well. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe one specific question maybe to the ecosystem like you. So we know that Hong Kong Science Park is actually a big ecosystem. So maybe how maybe the potential third-party providers or even the bank or enterprise can leverage your platform to better engage the API ecosystem. What are you doing? For example, we heard about the open banking API directory. Can you share a bit on that kind of thing, so that maybe our audience can understand better how they may tap into ecosystem like you?
Yeah, I think you mentioned about the open banking directory in our platform. So that is one key step that we connect all the banking API into a single platform. And also I think the next step will be we'll have a open API hub that is the platform that we are actively engage different the service provider to provide the open API and onboard. So for example, we got some data provider, and also maybe we got some tech service provider from Hong Kong Science Park. Like they are producing some like latest technology like synthetic data engine, and also the AI engine, NLP engine, etc. So we're trying to build a community, and so if everyone onboard their open API here, so the user can easily to get what they need. And so we also try to make some use case here. So as I mentioned before, we want to build a total solution. It's not just one or two technology, but maybe like 10 technology connect each other. So I think building this ecosystem and the platform will be very important to make make the user or the open API stakeholder to connect to each other.
Okay, I got your points. So yeah, and if there's some of your audience here, they're interested in the open API ecosystem from Hong Kong Science, but what they can do, Lex? Is it contact you or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Please feel free to contact me, and then we have our website here, the Open API platform, and also feel free to contact me and our team from the SDP platform.
Okay, so thanks, Martin, for your sharing, and yeah, and hopefully we make the audience understand better how Hong Kong Science Park help on the open API ecosystem, and then we can build a better API community together. So once again, thanks Martin for your help. Okay, so see you soon. Thanks for your time.